the new Movie Thing Show. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
And I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
Today, tonight, this evening, we watched a film. It's called Zero Dark 30.
It was pretty zero, dark, and 30 if you ask me. But if you don't get a chance to go to the movies, you can always go to netflix.com/SourceFed, get a free month of instant streaming. So Steve, what was this movie about?
This movie is about all the hullabaloo, all the malarkey surrounding the death of Osama bin Laden. Everything that led up to the raid on his mansion in Lake Tahoe. I'm talking about a pretty woman with red hair, and she makes it all happen. She's a hardworking woman.
My quickie review for this movie is that it's definitely an emotional roller coaster. I think it's something that is necessary for people to go through to learn about this experience, especially if you don't know a lot about the history behind it going in. And I think it was a good film.
And my quickie review would be the movie was kind of long and boring at times, but when it got down to the meat and potatoes, it was very intense and exciting, and I think every American needs to see this film.
So this film was directed by Kathryn Bigelow and written by Mark Bull, the team that's responsible for Hurt Locker, so obviously they're good at the war movie kind of thing. And who's in it, Steve?
The movie actually stars Jessica Chastain as Maya. She's the redheaded kind of like sassy tough girl who is tasked with bringing all the people together and figuring out where Osama bin Laden is. Kyle Chandler is also in the movie. He was in Super 8. I think he's a pretty good actor. In fact, like just generally everybody was a good actor in this movie. Like, the movie was very well acted. But you know who else is in this movie, Trisha?
Who?
James Gandolfini, who I love very much, and he plays this kind of big boss dude who is kind of like the voice that goes to the president to tell him what they're going to do, what the plan is, and he's very amazing in this movie. I wish there was more of him.
Yeah, Gandolfini, we know he's great at playing the boss and being in charge of people.
I just thought of a new meme, Gandolfini. It's like Gandalf and James Gandolfini. It's like Photoshop.
Like Mafia Gandalf. I could go for that. And Chris Pratt from Parks and Recreation also makes an appearance in this, which we were all kind of like, I'm waiting for him to say something funny.
And I was just waiting for him to say that dumb thing, and he never really did, so
Great job,
dude.
Great job.
And now it's time for Love It.
And Hate It. I'm sneaking up on you real slow for like a bajillion years, and then I gotcha!
So my Love It would be that it is absolutely a necessity, this type of film. It's educational, it's important that we see the other side of this political craziness, and not a lot of people got to see kind of this window into how a manhunt like this is created. But the one thing that I'm kind of worried about is we'll never really know how accurate it is. That kind of is my hate it, is that I don't really know how much of it is legit, and also the fact that I feel like it's really heavily playing on the emotions of us as a country. We're still all mad, ooh, we're gonna get that Osama bin Laden. And I feel like it kind of plays on those emotions just a tiny little bit, but again, I think it's necessary, and I didn't absolutely hate the movie, but I just thought it was kind of long.
My Love It would have to be that as an art piece, this film did a really good job. I mean, it makes no bones about that we are seeing it from Jessica Chastain's eyes, from Maya's eyes. So we're experiencing everything as she does. So if she perceives something as being horrible, then the movie makes it seem horrible. So agreeing with Steve that it's not necessarily factually accurate, but maybe it's not meant to be. My hate it would have to be that it was just so intense, and again, that experience was really intense, so it was appropriate, but it's one of those movies, kind of like The Passion of the Christ, that I would watch once, and I'm glad that I saw it, and I'm glad that I went on that journey, and I will not be buying it or watching it again.
So my final thoughts would be, if you are a citizen of the United States, I think that it is an obligation to see this movie as a part of the history of our country. So I say go see this movie. You'll probably be entertained in the last 20 minutes, not so much in the first, like, I don't know, 2.5 hours, I guess. So since I'm not super into these like real life, based on true events type dramas with also action in them, I would give this movie 3 out of 5 Ewok hugs.
My final thoughts on this film, watching it for me was not enjoyable. It was a little too intense for me, but I do think that it was a huge success as a film, as an educational piece. I thought it did a good job being kind of impartial on a lot of different issues, on torture, on which method was the best to get him, etc. I think it was very realistic. So for me, I'm actually going to give this a 5 out of 5.
Oh, wow.
D20s, because I think that this is what films are meant to do. They're meant to move people one way or another, whether you enjoy it or not. If it stirs something in you, then I think it did a great job. So this movie for me did a great job. As of today, when this recording's coming out, the other opinions that are out there right now, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 94% from the critics, but only an 83% from the audience. And then IMDb gave it a 7 out of 10. So this is kind of a super wide range right now, from a 70 to an 83 to a 94.
So that's it for our review, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to join us on Movie Club and watch movies on Netflix, you can go to netflix.com/SourceFed and get 30 days of free streaming movies so you can watch those movies with us and send your vidges in. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
Night vision mode on! Ooh.
I see green, Steve.
I can't see anything. I can't see. Whoa! Ooh, I hit a wall, Mama, no.
I think you're okay.
No, I don't taste pennies.